Lord, I love only you. Lord, I love only you. Lord, my heart wants only you. To follow in your path, Lord, to follow without fainting, bowing at your throne, Lord, and never looking back. Amarte solati, Signor. Amarte solati, Signor. Amarte solati, Signor. Y no mirar atrás, seguir tu camino, Señor. Seguir sin desmayar, Señor. Postrado ante tu altar, Señor, y no mirar atrás. Seguir tu camino, Señor. Seguir sin desmayar, Señor. Postrado ante tu altar, Señor, y no mirar atrás. I love only you, Lord. I love only you, Lord. I love only you, Lord. My heart wants only you. To follow in your path, Lord. To follow without fainting, bowing at your throne, Lord, and never looking back. To follow in your path, Lord, to follow without fainting, bowing at your throne, Lord, and never looking back.
And here we are once again, my brothers and sisters. God bless you for attending another Living Hope Today study. Today we find ourselves in the book of Numbers, chapter 10, and it's finally moving day. We've been preparing for this for several chapters. There's been specific instructions given by God. It's just amazing to see the order that God imposes on his people to make this journey go smoothly. Remember, this camp is huge. I bet well over 1 million people. We know there's 600,000 fighting men, plus women and children and older men. Okay, so there's a bunch of people in this camp. They've been sitting at Mount Sinai for about a year. Okay, and now it's time to move. Have you ever had to do something where you had to set off without really knowing where you're going? Now remember Abraham. God says to him, hey, Abraham, it's time to move. I'm going to send you to the promised land. Well, where's that? Well, you don't need to know that yet. Just move. I'll show you where to go. And now in Numbers 10, we're going to see a cloud that represents the presence of God. It's going to lift from off the tabernacle and it's going to move. And the people of Israel are expected to just follow that cloud. Where are they going? They don't know for sure. They know they're going to end up in the promised land, but we'll see how that plan gets interrupted as we move through this. So we get to Numbers chapter 10, verse 1. Again, the Lord is the one speaking. These are his instructions. Make 2 trumpets of hammered silver and use them for calling the community together, for having the camp set out. So the first thing God wants to accomplish in chapter 10 is make sure people understand what they're supposed to do, and we're going to let that understanding flow through the camp with the sound of the trumpet. Interestingly enough, isn't it? It's the sound of the trumpet in the New Testament that announces the coming of Christ. When both are sounded, the whole community is to assemble before you at the entrance to the tent of meeting. So here are 2 trumpets. Let's go to the tent of meeting. If only one is sounded, the leaders, the heads of the clans of Israel, are to assemble before you. Okay, just 1 trumpet. Here come the leaders. When the trumpet blast is sounded, the tribes camping on the east are to set out. Oh, here we go. So the trumpet blast signals it's time to go. At the sound of a second blast, the camps on the south are to set out. The blast will be the signal for setting out. So we have 1 blast, the east group moves. The second blast, the south group moves to gather the assembly to blow the trumpets, but not with the same signal. The sons of Aaron, the priests, are to blow the trumpets. All right. This is to be a lasting ordinance for you and the generations to come. All right. So we blow the trumpets if we want to gather the assembly. We have different signals. When it's time to go, those trumpets signal when the tribes move out and in what order. When you go into battle in your own land against an enemy who is oppressing you. Okay, so now this is a forward-looking verse. We're not anywhere near our own land yet, but God still gives the instruction. Sound a blast on the trumpets. So here comes a blast that is going to call the people to battle. Then you will be remembered by the Lord your God. Oh, look, the trumpet sound brings to mind the fact that God is going to remember these people as they go into battle. You'll be remembered by the Lord your God and rescued from your enemies. God is going to oversee the battle as the trumpet sounds. So even God is mustered, so to speak, through the trumpet blast. Also, at your times of rejoicing, your appointed feasts and new moon festivals, you are to sound the trumpets over your burnt offerings and fellowship offerings, and they will be a memorial for you before your God. I am the Lord your God. Okay, so now we have trumpet blasts that deal with assembling the people, and trumpet blasts that deal with moving out the tribes of Israel in a specific order. We have trumpet blasts that bring the leaders in. We have trumpet blasts that announce the battle. We have trumpet blasts that are used in burnt offerings and fellowship offerings according to God's instruction. So the trumpet becomes a very important instrument in the life of the Israel community. On the 20th day of the second month, here we go, we're going to get specific. The 20th day of the second month of the second year, what happens? The cloud lifted. This is symbolic of the presence of God from above the tabernacle of the testimony. So they've been told when that cloud moves, it's time to go. And one day they wake up and the cloud moves. So what do? Then the Israelites set out. All right, the cloud moved. Let's go. Sound the trumpet. Time to move. The Israelites set out from the desert of Sinai and traveled from place to place until the cloud came to rest in the desert of Paran. Where is that, you say? Well, I'm glad you asked. Look at this. Mount Sinai is down here somewhere. Some scholars say it's right there. Some scholars say it's on the other side of the water. It's down there somewhere. Okay, they've been camping for over a year in this area, and now they're told that they're going to go to the desert of Paran. That's up there. We're not told specifically where in that desert. We just know they're leaving one desert to go to the next desert. So they set out this first time at the Lord's command through Moses. The divisions of the camp of Judah went first under their standard. Nahshon, son of Amminadab, was in command. Again, now we're going to get a list of order and a list of who is running the show in each of those tribes. Nathanael, son of Zuar, was over the division of the tribe of Issachar. Excuse me. Eliab, son of Helon, was over the division of the tribe of Zebulun. Okay, so we have 3 tribes on the east. Then the tabernacle was taken down, and the Gershonites, remember that's a Levite tribe that's around the tabernacle, and the Merarites, again another Levite tribe around the tabernacle, they're carrying all the things that we saw earlier in the book. They set out. Then divisions of the camp of Reuben went next under their standard. Eliezer, son of Shadur, was in command. Shelumiel, son of Zurishaddai, was over the division of the tribe of Simeon. Eliasaph, son of Duel, was over the division of the tribe of Gad. So here we have the order of departure. Then the Kohathites, remember this is another Levitical tribe that is in charge of carrying the very sacred things. Gershonites and Merarites, they're carrying all the posts and the curtains and all the stuff that makes the tabernacle a structure. The Kohathites are carrying the most holy things. Okay, the tabernacle was to be set up before they arrived. So you see that they come a little later. Why? Because the tabernacle gets reestablished before they show up with all the holy things to place them in the new setting. The divisions of the camp of Ephraim went next under their standard. Elishama, son of Ammihud, was in command. Gamaliel, son of Pedahzur, was over the division of the tribe of Manasseh. Abidan, son of Gideoni, was over the division of the tribe of Benjamin. Again, the tribes, finally, as the rear guard for all the units, the divisions of the camp of Dan set out under their standard. Ezer, son of Ammishaddai, was in command. Pagiel, son of Akron, was over the division of the tribe of Asher. And Ahira, son of Enan, was over the division of the tribe of Naphtali. This was the order of march for the Israelite divisions as they set out. Okay, so you remember the camp. The tabernacle's in the center. You have this group on the east, south, west, and north. These tribes, you see around the tabernacle, there's a K and a G and an M for the Merarites, Gershonites, and Kohathites. The MO stands for Moses, Aaron, and his sons. When it's time to go, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, then go the Gershonites and the Merarites with the structure of the tabernacle. Then we don't really know when Moses goes. We're just assuming he goes then. But he might be in the front. We're not sure. But in the end, we're not told exactly yet. And so we'll just put him in there. Then the southern tribes, Simeon and Gad, they take off. That's when the Kohathites leave with the sacred items. Then the western tribes take off. Lastly, the northern tribes follow. That's the order in which the whole community moves. Now Moses said to Hobab, however you say that, I apologize, for mispronouncing, son of Ruel, the Midianite. Oh, but look, this Hobab guy, he's Moses' father-in-law. All right? Remember Moses spent 40 years in the desert tending sheep after he killed the Egyptian and had to flee? Well, here's his father-in-law, Hobab. We are setting out for the place about which the Lord said, I will give it to you. Come with us. Moses wants his father-in-law to come with. Come with us, and we will treat you well, for the Lord has promised good things to Israel. But he answered, No, I will not go. I am going back to my own land and my own people. But Moses said, Please do not leave us. You know where we should camp in the desert, and you can be our eyes. In other words, Hobab must have some fairly extensive experience in this part of the world. If you come with us, we'll share with you whatever good things the Lord gives us. So they set out from the mountain of the Lord and traveled for 3 days. The ark of the covenant of the Lord went before them during those 3 days to find them a place to rest. So it's possible from this verse that the ark is out in front. The cloud of the Lord was over them by day when they set out from the camp. Whenever the ark set out, Moses said, Rise up, O Lord, may your enemies be scattered, may your foes flee before you. Whenever it came to rest, he said, Return, O Lord, to the countless thousands of Israel. A lot of things happen in chapter 10, but now the community's on the move. They're headed for the promised land. God has all his instructions in place. They've been taught. Now it's time to pack it up and go. We assume that Moses' father-in-law eventually agrees to go with them and continued on the journey through the desert to Paran with them. But we're going to see something happen along the way. In fact, tomorrow, as we get to chapter 11, we're going to start to see dissension in the camp and how God responds to that. It's kind of scary, honestly, to see what God's going to do when people decide to fight against what he wants. That's always a bad idea, right? But I want you to just understand, put yourself in their position. You don't know where you're going, all right? This requires trust, and it's a good parallel for us today. We don't know where God's going to lead us today and what situations he has for us. Our hearts are just to abide in him, follow the leading of the Holy Spirit, walk with him with an open mind. If he tells us to go one way, we want to go that way. If he stops us from doing something we want to do, we need to stop. Because through his Spirit, instead of through the cloud, we're called to follow him today. I just wonder if we're not much like these Israelites who, once they get out there, they start to get nervous and feel insecure and decide to say, gee, I don't like not knowing. I guess that's why they call it faith. You can't always know. You have to just trust. Well, we'll stop it there today, church. God bless you. Serve him well.
Who is it who for sinners shed his blood, and now for cleansing all can plunge beneath that flood? It's Jesus.